Okay, guys, welcome. I am getting Dark Souls set up at the moment. Um, so, while I'm doing this, um, I will talk to you guys a bit about why I haven't streamed or anything lately. The main reason that I haven't been streaming or doing anything is pretty much because, um, well, to be honest, it's simply because my computer was having some issues, right? I I kind of about okay with my Christmas bonus. I purchased a new processor, a Intel, for those of you who care, an i7 4770K processor. Um, I swapped it out. I did have some issues getting the heatsink to set properly, but I had gotten there, or so I had thought. Um, Unfortunately, the issue that I ran into was excuse me. It it didn't really sit actually like it was supposed to, right? Um, so after a very little bit of play, it decided that it was going to come unseated, right? So sorry, excuse me. Um, hey, look at that, we've got Dark Souls, sweet. So anyway, so the heatsink came unseated, and I had tried streaming a little bit. With that, I didn't notice this, by the way. I had tried streaming and playing games, and I just knew that my crap was running like shit. I had attributed the reason Final Fantasy was failing to a recent update that they did, and it was freaking out, and it was bad. Um, well, but then I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, well, that part's actually PC intensive, blah blah, CPU intensive. So I downloaded CPU-Z, took a look at what was going on. Lo and behold, it was showing that I was immediately dropping to a single core pretty much as soon as I tried doing anything. So that led me to believe there was a problem with the processor. I checked it out. Turns out the heatsink had pretty much popped off, and I was running with almost literally no cooling on my processor, which is bad. It's very bad, very very bad. They get very hot. So what I ended up having to do, in its coming off process too, apparently it had bent some of the plastic bits that keep it in to the point where I couldn't actually pull it out anymore. So what I ended up having to do was I had to switch out the heatsink for that with the old heatsink that I had on my old Pentium like G2110 or something like that. Because they were exactly the same heatsinks. I just wiped off the thermal paste off the processor, what little was there, and the old heatsink, put some new ones on, and slapped that in. It worked out fine. But I had to cut the old one out. Actually, I had to cut some of the plastic, which was a pain. But once I got that new heatsink on, everything started running fine again. It's been that way for a couple weeks now. I've just been busy with real world stuff, which is the big reason why I haven't done anything. But I am renewing my dedication to the stream and videos and things like that. So for those of you who are fans and who have been watching or have been disappointed by my lack of streaming, I apologize, but we should be coming back in full gear in preparation for it. I have gotten into a few new games that should be a little more at least entertaining to watch, or to watch me play. I got Dark Souls, was on sale yesterday, so I picked it up. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Whew, lunch not sitting well. Anyway, so I got Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. I picked up Dark Souls 2 as well. I pre-ordered Watch Dogs, so I will be able to play that as well as soon as it comes out and start streaming that. I also picked up. I'm also in the WildStar camp right now. From what I've seen of it, It seems pretty dry up until you start actually doing some of the mid-level content, like level 20-ish is when it starts really picking up and you get to the game itself. So I'll be playing that. I'll probably be playing that with some friends a little bit. Hopefully I'll have some friends in on Watch Dogs as well. In the meantime, I will still have all your old favorites like Hawken and maybe Final Fantasy XIV a little bit too as well. Rogue Legacy was another one. But yeah, so this is me coming back to the whole streaming and video making scene. So here's hoping that you guys stick with me, and I apologize again for dropping out like that. Again, if you guys want, you can follow me here. You can follow me on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. I mean, wherever you want, you can probably find me. Cool. So hopefully I'll see you guys accompany me on this journey to become a good streamer. So thank you very much, guys. So now to dive into Dark Souls 1.